Good morning. I thought what the best thing's going to be is for me to make a couple of these products and show you exactly what I'm doing. So we're going to do 218 right this second. I've got my formulary right here printed out already on what size. I'm just making about 8 ounces of product. So it's small, but you're going to get the idea of how we're doing this. So first I'm going to start out with the U9150. It calls for 159 grams. There's 159. So just real simple, I've already got a similar size glass beaker. Underneath here I've got a small Cowles blade. So we're just going to dump this in there. Turn this on. This says RPM indicator on here. We just want to get it going. I've got it up at about 660 right now. Nice little vortex right in the middle. Next ingredient calls for defoamer, and it's Foamex 822. And there's not very much. It's like one gram. So we will do this. Here we go, 1 gram. Perfect. Next it calls for Big 349, again 1 gram. Let's zero the scale. And we want very much. Here we go, 1.1 gram. Whoops, needs a little more. Hold on a second. There we go. Okay, we have the Bic in. Next we're going to add Tinamon. It's a UV stabilizer, and it's a BAS product. It's Tinamon 292, and we need 1 gram. This particular canister may be too heavy. No, it looks like it's going. Okay, we've zeroed. We need 1.67. Now, what I'm going to do right now, set a timer so I can kind of keep up with how this is going. You want this to mix for a few minutes. We'll do 5 minutes on this one. As this starts going together, the next step is to prepare a premix. So I've got water and DPNV. So we're gonna, let's see how much we use. 64. Okay, so water takes 64 and a half. There we go. And DPNV is 4. So I'm going to zero this back out. And there's 4. Now, but this one is a premix. So what we're going to do, we're going to use another mixer that I have already set up over here. We're going to dump this mixture in here. Turn this on with our timer for about 2 minutes. So I've got it mixing on another time mixer, variable speed. And I just have it enough so it's just making a good little mixture going on right here. Now, while we're waiting on that, let's see what's next. FRX 904W. I went with this one in particular because it's a little medium strength on the FRX, where the 902W is not quite as strong as that one. 902W is normal. 904W is medium strength, and 901W is the strongest that they have. I've been experimenting with a couple other additives that are similar to this. For an example, now this is an Ebonics product now. Deaerator 8070 is a little more efficient and it's not so ticky when it comes to compatibility with the systems. But since this product has already been formulated, we're obviously going to follow through with the FRX product. But on some of our future formulations, you're going to start seeing this being used. Okay. Okay, we've got 1 minute and 58 seconds going on over here. When this one times out here, we'll go ahead and add our additive to it. And in the meantime, let's be getting this one ready to go as well. Zero our scale. One thing I want to make sure everybody understands is that in mixing this, on the clear coats, it's relatively simple, but the order of addition is premium. You have to do it in order of addition that's going in here. What I've done is I have all the different ingredients. I like to set up my workstation first if I want to make a product and then go from there. That way I have it all ready. I've got my mixers ready, I've got my container sizes ready, my mix sizes ready, so I know exactly what I'm going to do on here as each ingredient comes into fruition. And then what we're going to do is when we get done, we're going to take a little 4-ounce glass jar like this. And it's going to take 2 of them to pour this up into when we're done. This, for an example, is a product I made yesterday that has a substitution of an Albert product for a DSM product in our main HydroCare product to see how that goes. But this just shows you where we're going with this. And there's the timer, so I better get with it here. I'm gonna stop this one. This one is already stopped, so that's perfect. Okay, so now we're ready. We still got a vortex going on here. And we're ready to add this to it. So there we have that going on. We're going to let this mix a minute or two. You can tell once it's thoroughly mixed inside of here. And then in doing that, we're going to put this on 5 minutes again. Now obviously with larger amounts, you're going to have to extend that out a little bit. And we're going to go ahead and start adding the rest of our ingredients here. We have the FRL XP, and we need 1 gram of this. There we go. Now in this particular product, because it was designed as a MOD type product, what we've done is we're going to flatten this down. We're going to flatten this one down with Ceraflower 927N. And it calls for 2.8 grams. So for that one, we're going to go to a smaller scale. And we'll put it in here. Now let me tear this. Okay, and then we're going to use a little mixing spoon to make this out. We only need 2.8 grams. Whoops, a little too much. There we go. Now here you want to do the same thing. You want to keep this mixing the whole time, obviously. And we're just going to put this right in that vortex. You want to turn the speed up a little bit. We're at 800 RPMs right now. There we go. And now what do we do? Okay, I have chosen on this particular product to use a product from Munzing called Tafagel Pure 61. The reason I like this product is that it'll allow you to have sag control on thicker applied products up to almost 6 mils before it sags. I've got a sag meter drawdown bar over there. We won't need to use it right now. And this one, it does not take very much. In fact, I think we're going to go to the smaller scale again on this one. Okay. Now this one I'm going to do just a little different because this is very thick And I got a couple ways I can do it, but this spoon works just fine. Okay, let's see. I need 1 gram. Here we go. Now it takes a little bit for it to kick in. Okay, that's the mixing part. It's just that simple. What we're going to do next, as soon as this timer goes off, well, there's one, but we're going to let this mix now 20 minutes. Okay, we got 20 minutes on the clock. So in the meantime, I'm going to shut this part off, and then when we come into, I'll start doing some drawdowns and some other stuff, and just show you what I normally go through in testing this stuff. So that's it for now.